Everyone, I am Beth Golden. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be talking about how to create sinful backgrounds. Well, what I mean by that is we're going to use, as Diane Reevely calls, the color of sin to create beautiful backgrounds. And if you don't know what the color of sin is, it's purple. And the reason why it is labeled the color of sin is because purple only likes to play well with two colors, and that is red or blue. It does not play well with secondary colors from either of the color family. What I mean by that is it does not play well with green because that pulls in yellow and blue. It will make mud. It does not play well with orange. So things like that. I am going to show you today though 3 different color combinations that you can use with your Distress Ink Wilted Violet, which is a purple, to create some beautiful backgrounds. And we're gonna talk about why this works. But first, I actually want to create a purple background for you using, or I should say, a blended background with purple using Candied Orange and Blueprint Sketch. And the reason why I'm starting off with this today and not moving right into the Wilted Violet is because I want you to see how these colors interact with one another. And just in case you want to have purple, but you're kind of scared of it, I'm going to show you how you can create it without actually pulling in that purple Distress ink and risking making mud. So all you need is Candied Apple and Blueprint Sketch. And all you have to do is just take this out and just start to blend. And so for this technique, I'm just going to blend off, no rhyme or reason. And I am going to actually blend out my samples today. I have created a bunch of samples to go with each, well, not a bunch, but one for each color combo that I have. However, with purple, I think it's super important that you see it and have a really good grasp, because it's not really a color that you can play with, and then if it messes up, it's hard to recover from, if that makes any sense. I mean, I don't mean to make it all sound all serious and stuff, but I'm not trying to make it sound serious, at least, but a lot of people are really scared of it and they don't understand it, and they keep trying to play with it, and they're getting really like ugly blends because they don't understand how purple works. So I'm thinking if you can just see the different color combinations that we're going to use today, and if you have these Distress inks in your stash, you can go ahead and play with them, and you're going to get a beautiful blend every single time. Okay, so this is going to be a Blueprint Sketch, and I'm just going to lay this color out. And as you can tell, I got some blues going and red. So we're just doing these 2 colors, and I'm not shy with color. You know, I can definitely make it pretty vibrant. So there's this. And then I'm gonna just go back in. You guys have seen me do this before. I do. I like to just go back in with my color I started with and blend it out a little bit more. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you do so. Make sure you hit that little bell for notifications on when I have a new video coming out. I do talk about the color family extensively on my channel. It wasn't really something that I was trying to do ever. It's just kind of where it's gone, because a lot of people are really confused and scared of certain colors, and it's because of the color family. So I do talk about it a lot. So if you hang out here, eventually you know, it'll start to make a lot of sense, and you'll be able to go, oh, now I get it. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you shared, especially with anybody that would really benefit from this or you think would enjoy it. Okay, so I'm just going to take some water and move that color around. Look at that. It's already starting to blend. And I am going to put quite a bit down just so you can see how it blends. And see how I'm getting that beautiful purple right now? I'm gonna just take and dry it. I'm using my heat it craft tool because it will dry it, but it won't necessarily move the air everywhere. And then what you can do is you can actually take and lift some of that up, and it'll even lighten it up some more, removing some of that color. So if you take that water off and see, look how that not nearly as vibrant as it was, right? All right, so I'm going to leave this one for now, just so we can move on. And I'm going to show you the other one that I created with this technique, in which I actually went back over. I did the same basic thing, went back over though and added a second layer of the candied apple and blueprint, and then did it this way. So you can definitely mix your vibrancy up, and this definitely has purple on it without having mud. And that is how you can do with just these two distress inks. You don't need the entire line to get a beautiful blend with your purples. All right, so let's move on to our next ink. And now we're gonna go ahead and pull in that Wilted Violet. And for this one, I'm going to actually stay in the shades of purple, which is always safe to do. You can always stay in the shades of purple. You know, that's not a problem. It will blend beautifully with itself, obviously. And so we're going to be doing Victorian Velvet, Shaded Lilac, and then this Wilted Violet. So this is more of a pink with a purple undertone, super light and beautiful. And I'm not really gonna do much rhyme or reason here on this. Just gonna lay it on out. Some pretty colors going. All right, and then I'm gonna move on to the Shaded Lilac. And this actually has a purple with a blue undertone on it. So this one is more of a purple with a pinky undertone on it, but it's gonna all work beautifully together. There's not gonna be any mud because purple is our undertone, so it'll work. And then from here, I want to go ahead and just throw on that Wilted Violet. This is a lovely feminine background. I could see it with some beautiful florals. Okay, so for this one, just going to go in with this purple. And Wilted Violet is going to be the star of our next blend as well. All right. And then I want to go back through, you know me, I'm going to go back through that first color. This is just my technique. No rhyme, no reason. Just going to hit it in some spots. Go over all of it. All right. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and just hit this with some water. And take my handy dandy Heat It. And just go over it to get the colors just to blend. And this is a highly water soluble ink, so it does blend and move beautifully, which is wonderful for blending, but that's how we have to respect our color family, especially when we're working with Sin. All right, so there's this lovely background. And then this is another one that I created. Again, I just went over it 2 times instead of 1, and you can definitely see the difference in the vibrancy there. So you can pick which one you like. If you like it a little bit not so vibrant and crazy, then you just do it once. If you want more, just throw some more on. Okay, so the last blend that we're going to do is going to be Tattered Rose with our chipped sapphire and Wilted Violet. And the reason why this works together is because our secondary color isn't really a color at all when we're working with Tattered Rose. It is white. So it's like a dab of red with like a lot of white, I think, mixed in to it. So it's like a pale pink. Chipped sapphire is a darker blue, and then of course the Wilted Violet. And this is going to work beautifully together as well. So you're just gonna take it out, and we're just gonna continue to do what we did before. We're gonna just blend this on through. And for this one, I think I'm gonna do I'm actually going to do like a true blend where I do half of the card, like 1/3 of the card, the Tattered Rose like this. And then I'm going to do this in Chip Sapphire in the middle, Wilted Violet to create almost an ombre effect. Although an ombre effect is more going from lighter to darker. So I don't know. You know what I mean, right? Okay, so I'm going to just set that aside right there, leave that out because I'm probably going to have to go back to it, and then go on through with my Chip Sapphire on this side. Blend that through. Like so. All right, and I'll leave that open, and then I'm going to just hit the Wilted Violet in the middle. And then I'm going to actually hit those other two areas one more time, just to give it a nice blend with my color. Loving that. And so I think I'm going to be done with the Wilted Violet, but like I said, I want to go back through and just blend that all in. Look how nicely that blended out. That mark right there. One thing you want to keep in mind when using distress inks is your fingers, because you will get finger smudges in there. So if I have to touch it, I don't like to touch it with my fingers. I'll use my knuckles or something because my knuckles are less likely to have ink on them. All right, now we're going to go in with the Chip Sapphire once again and just blend this through like so. And as you can tell, there's absolutely no mud yet. And I'm going to hit it with some water. And so pretty. What do you guys think? Do you like it? All right, so that is that background using those colors. And then here's the other sample that I created with these colors as well. A little bit of a different technique. I went in with the three pops of color. And then this one is just how to do it like so, creating almost like an ombre effect. Okay, so once again, this one is going to be your Tattered Rose, your Sapphire ink, and your Wilted Violet. And then this sample right here is your Victorian Velvet and Shaded Lilac. And so Wilted Violet is the common between both of those. And then last but not least, you can create your own using Candied Apple and Bluebird Sketch. So there they all are. All right, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it useful, and maybe it gave you some ideas on how to use the distress inks in a different way. If you stick to these color combos that we've done today, you're not going to get mud. You're going to get beauty every single time. You can find distress inks pretty much in any big box store, and I also have links provided down below if you'd like to order online. All right, guys, I hope you come back and join me for the next video. I am Beth's Golden. Until next time, happy crafting.